Research suggests that you and I have probably, both in our professional and personal life, been engaged in a conversation that we can't finish, that goes on too long. Well, this week, I've got a little tip that might help you finish it politely and in the interests of all involved. My name's Jonathan Bradshaw. Welcome to this week's Metology Minute. This week's Metology Minute was prompted by really interesting research published recently in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. A gentleman called Adam Mastroianni, who's now a PhD student at Harvard University. Adam looked into nearly 1,000 conversations and then asked those involved whether they'd finished at a time they felt was about right. And the staggering statistic that his paper highlights is that only 2% of people felt that the conversation finished when they were about ready. Got a lot of coverage in the mainstream media earlier this year. So what do we do about that? Well, first of all, shall I say, therefore it's quite common. If you're sitting there thinking, I wish I could have left this conversation a while ago, it's quite normal. Well, that's not a lot of use necessarily unless we have a way of overcoming that. And whilst being interviewed as part of this publication of the research, Adam mentioned one thing which I think is always a great idea when you're trying to finish a conversation at a time that works. And that is set expectations. In one of the articles I saw, he mentioned about when he starts a conversation, he might say, right, I've got 10 minutes or I've got to go at this time. It really helps. I think certainly in this world where calls online, Zoom calls are going on for hours and hours, saying to people, we've got 30 minutes, it really is quite useful sometimes. So for a couple of reasons, setting expectations before you enter a conversation, whether online or face-to-face, could be a good idea. I'll put a link to the research below here on the video, and I'll see you next week for another Metology Minute, exploring the fascinating psychology powering superb social skills. See you next week. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.